All right, friends, this will wake you up this morning, March the 13th, 2013. I don't even need coffee this morning. Here's the headline. I'll put the article below in the show more box above the comments for you. Now, what do we expect with a Muslim president, Barack H. Obama? Here's the headline. Now, this is an ad campaign that will be running for the next month or so on the sides of buses in San Francisco, and we're going to find out in Chicago. I'm all for freedom of speech, but not for hate speech. We can't put on the side of a bus an ad saying, "Are you saved? Come to salvation. Accept Jesus now." Oh, you know, all the groups against Christianity would come out and they would stop it. We can't have prayer in school. We can't have a Christian poem hanging on the wall in a school. But we can have this. Killing Jews is worship that brings us closer to Allah. Outrage over racist ad campaign launched in San Francisco. These ads will run on 10 San Francisco buses for the next month, paid for by the American Freedom Defense Initiative, but were condemned by city officials. Sparks debate between free speech and hate speech. Now, where are the atheist groups? Because it's a religion. Their God is Allah. Their prophet is Muhammad. Now, if we were to put on the side of a bus, Jesus loves you, accept him today, all the groups that are against Christianity, the atheist groups, would all come out in force and demand that it be stopped. Welcome to the United States of America. Several anti-Islamic ads featuring the photographs and quotes of Osama bin Laden, the Times Square bomber, and the alleged Fort Hood shooter have caused outrage in San Francisco, and they're released today. The ads, which will run for the next month, are featured on 10 buses in the Bay Area and have caused a stir in the community, sparking a fierce debate between free speech and hate speech. The ads were paid for by the American Freedom Defense Initiative. One of the spots contains a quote attributed to Hamas, the militant Islamic group, and reads, "Killing Jews is worship that brings us closer to Allah." And it's a loud, controversial, a month-long campaign paid for by the American Freedom Defense Initiative will be featured on 10 of San Francisco's buses for the next month. Here, the same campaign in Chicago. When you see on the side of the bus, there's Osama bin Laden with his ad. Now here's the person who launched the campaign that's responsible now. I don't think she's a Christian, because look at her face. Look at the hate. Look at the hate, and look what's permitted. So on sides of buses, on streets of the United States of America. Another ad features Osama bin Laden's explanation of why he decided to take down the Twin Towers on 9/11. "The first thing we are calling you to is Islam," the quote reads. That'll be on the side of a bus. "The first thing we are calling you to is Islam." What if we had on the side of the bus, "The first thing we are calling you to is Christianity, is Jesus"? Oh no, all the groups would stop that. You can't even in the hallway of a school have a religious poem or a picture. It's forbidden. But Islam is not. It is accompanied by a picture of a former Al-Qaeda leader who was killed, allegedly is what I'm going to say, in a covert operation a year and a half ago. Yet another shows would-be Times Square bomber, and it says how jihad involving weaponry is an obligation and duty in Islam on every Muslim. They're going to allow this on the side of a bus. I don't know anymore. Condemned. Officials have spoken out against the campaign, which also features Major Nidal Hassan, MD, a U.S. Army psychiatrist who is the who is the sole suspect in the 2009 Fort Hood shootings. And look at this one. That's his jihad. What's yours? I'm going to put the link to this below. I don't understand anymore what's happened to our country here, the United States of America, when this is allowed. Killing Jews is worship that brings us closer to Allah. Yes, I'm outraged. Leave me comments. Bookmark my site. God bless you.